my biggest goals with my son is to help him find what he is excited about. You know what I'm saying? I think that as parents, our job is to pay attention to what our children are drawn to.
Yeah.
And what they're good at, whether they notice it or not. One thing my parents used to always tell me when I was a kid, which I think is kind of ironic now, that they're like, you're going to be a teacher when you grow up. And it's ironic because they're teachers. And in my mind, I was like, no, I don't want to be a fucking teacher. Like, you guys are teachers and your life sucks. You got to work 9 months a year. Then you get a 3-month fucking vacation that's really only 2 months because it's after school.
By the way, my mom was a teacher and she just retired. Shout out to my mom. I love you, Mom.
Shout out to her, bro. For sure. I remember when my mom was about to retire, she used to hit me every day, like 13 days left. And guess what she's doing now after she retired? Volunteer teaching.
Still teaching, huh?
You can't help what you are, man.
Yeah.
It's just you.
You are a father now.
Yeah.
And what practices do you incorporate with your child? And should children practice yoga? Is that something important?
Yeah, for sure. So one thing for me, bro, I grew up in the He Got Game era. And when I saw that, I was like, yo, I don't ever want to be that dad. Like, I thought that shit was trash. I was like, yo, you can't force your dreams on your child.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that I found yoga, I found it in a time that I needed it. If you talk to a lot of people who kind of come across yoga in whatever way, it came to them in a time that they needed it, right? Like you talking about, I have these weaknesses, weak links that I could do better in. It came when you needed it. You know
no, I definitely need it. I feel like I've been fighting for a while because I've done a couple of yoga sessions back then, probably, like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think it was going back to what you're talking about. Is this something that other men do?
Yeah.
How is this really beneficial? Is this more really just suited for women because their bodies are different than ours?
Yeah.
All these different things. And I just kind of like, well, I'll just stick to just keep lifting weights and going to the gym,
sure.
and I like that workout. It's not like my body was suffering from it, but it was something I enjoyed. But, this just kind of reveals something else. So it's like, you know what? There's something that I am lacking here that my body, I feel like my body's able to move or go a certain way.
For sure. I mean,
and there shouldn't be any limits on that.
Yeah, you don't know until you know, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're young. I think for a lot of people, it doesn't hit till they're after 30 years old. I remember being in my 20s and I was used to hang out with older people. And they used to always be like, yeah, when you like 30s on, you can't eat wings and drink all night. I remember or even drinking with my old head homies. And they'd be like, not trying to get too fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, I have me one drink and some wine or some shit, and we're like throwing shots back, like acting a fucking fool. And you just don't know until you hit that age and you're like, yeah, I should eat 10 wings. I'm going to just get a 5-piece.
but true, right? But like now that you're a father, like what is it that you want to give to your
my
child?
Son, so one of my biggest goals with my son is to help him find what he is excited about. You know what I'm saying? I think that as parents, our job is to pay attention to what our children are drawn to.
Yeah.
And what they're good at, whether they notice it or not. One thing my parents used to always tell me when I was a kid, which I think is kind of ironic now, is that they're like, you're going to be a teacher when you grow up. And it's ironic because they're teachers, right? My father was a music teacher. My mom taught English and drama. And in my mind, I was like, no, I don't want to be a fucking teacher. Like, you guys are teachers and your life sucks. You got to work 9 months a year. Then you get a 3-month fucking vacation that's really only 2 months because it's after school.
By the way, my mom was a teacher and she just retired. Shout out to my mom. I love you, Mom.
Shout out to her, bro. For sure. I remember when my mom was about to retire, she used to hit me every day, like 13 days left. And guess what she's doing now after she retired? Volunteer teaching.
Still teaching, huh?
You can't help what you are, man.
Yeah.
It's just you. But yeah, like I used to never think I was going to be a fucking teacher because in my mind, I was like, teaching was only in the school system, right? When I went to school, before I switched my major to health and fitness management, I was going to do physical education. I wanted to be a PE teacher. I was like, yeah, bro. 'Cause remember I told you, bro, I wanted to wear shorts to work. I didn't want to fucking wear like pants and shit. I was like, yo, like I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to wear a suit. Like nothing I imagine myself doing as an adult involved wearing any dress clothes. Like I never wanted to work a job that I had to wear a tie. I had a fucking like even like I really didn't go through the physical education shit because I was like, oh, I can't get tattoos like that. You got to be like above my elbows, and then I was like, nah, I ain't finna do that shit. I was like, nah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do something else. Yeah, bro, life is interesting as fuck.
So interesting. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro, it's pretty fun.
How is the yoga community out here in Atlanta, Georgia? Mm-hmm. How do they treat you? Do they accept you? Are there any hurdles or politics within the community that you have to overcome? Like, or simple as that, is there any beef in these yoga streets? What's happening?
Not in my streets, bro. I kind of make my own community. I used to teach in studios and stuff like that, and those get very territorial for sure. But like they have a lot of clauses, like you can't work within the studio within like a 5 mile range of here, stuff like that. But I kind of got fired from not most of the studios, but a couple of studios.
Really? How so? How did that happen?
One studio, I'm not gonna say who they are, but the owner is not the most. How would I put this?
Well, we don't have to get into that. We don't have to get into that.
Ethnically friendly,
Oh,
I
really?
guess I would say,
Okay.
or they try to be, but
it's like you're clearly on the rise. You're doing very well for yourself,
for sure.
So
Thanks.
now, like, yeah, absolutely, bro. Like your classes are lit. I love coming to your classes and the community that you're creating. Everything you're doing is awesome.
It means a lot,
so
bro, for sure.
I think it's like. Obviously, what comes with that is going to be some backlash. There's going to be some people that have been doing this thing for a long time. Like, how do you deal with that or overcome that? Because it's like the higher up you go, you're going to keep dealing with battles.
Yeah, I mean, a blessing is that like I'm in my own lane, bro. Like I've kind of created my own space. Like it used to be nobody do what I do, but a lot of what I've been doing for like 9 years. Like I said before, people have been like really doing anything from like the weed yoga shit to the like naked yoga shit. Like I had some friends who did that before me, but
and you're talking about the different kind of classes.
Yeah,
that
just
you're
like different
teaching,
kind of events and ways that I do my thing. The way I present my craft.
I do want to go back to that naked yoga thing, but we'll talk about that later. Yes, keep going.
Yeah, but a lot of the ways in which I present my craft, I think that like I've not been afraid to do my own thing. I've always been an outlier in most of my life of how I've approached whatever. I've always just done what I wanted to do. Shit, it pays off sometimes. So, but like as far as like beef within whatever, like I don't really see nothing as that because I'm not a believer in, I believe that lack exists, but I believe that you embody and create it for yourself. So I don't really look at anybody as like competition. I look at it as like, like, I believe we're here to help each other, man. That's just like, on no yoga shit, that's really what I believe, bro. So it's like, you're going to reach let's say we both teach classes, you're going to reach people I can't reach. They might look at me like, that motherfucker corny. Cool. Go to my dog. I don't give a fuck who you go to as long as you're doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I treat it. As long as you're receiving the medicine, you getting better. You know what I mean? So maybe take it from Dr. You or Dr. Me or Dr. She. As long as you getting your dose, you winning. You know what I mean?
No, that's what's up. And I'm glad that you've been able to find a way to navigate through that because, I mean, you're in a big city. You're in a big market.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different people that come in and out of here and or even people that travel all over the country and the world to come and take your classes and want to be around you. So
yeah, it's just crazy.
But I do actually have another question as far as pertaining to just where the places yoga has taken you.
Me? Shit.
Where have you been all over the world, and where has yoga taken you?
Yeah, man. Just like America, I've been taught in Arizona, I'm taught in Cali, I'm taught in DC, all over Georgia. About to go to Detroit next month. Been to Costa Rica. Fucking, I done been to Puerto Rico, done some yoga, like Mexico. Everywhere and nowhere, because there's so much places that I want to go and do, man. We talk about travel, that's like one of my major passions. So I'm really I used to think that music was going to take me around the world, but I know that yoga and really learning is what takes me around the world. That's like one of my goals, is to travel and learn so I can bring it back to my community. So, yeah, I really, I love to travel, man. Like, there's just so much shit that I want to see and do. So, yoga has taken me a lot of places, and I'm really excited to see where else I get to go. You know, so I'm super excited for that.
So, what mentors or people do you have in your life that keep encouraging you and help you wanting to keep moving forward?
Yeah. So, like right now, some of my closer people to me, my brother Jonathan, Shaman Ra. My earlier mentors was like people like Busy Gold. She was the creator of Booty Yoga. She really made me see that like it was okay to do my own thing, because she was super ostracized in like the yoga community when she started Booty Yoga, which is BUTI, not BOOTY. It's like a mix of like yoga, plyometrics, and like primal movement / dance. So it's completely different from anything, that most people had ever seen. And she was like highly criticized and ostracized, but made multi-million-dollar businesses doing what moved her, And I always like just love to be around people who are outliers and just not afraid to do their own thing, man. So yeah, that's just cool. But yeah, outside of that, man, like I draw honestly inspiration from everybody that I meet. I usually like only have one on today, which I don't think I gave you one, bro. Here you go. Did I give you one of these?
Actually, no.
Well, here you go, bro. Change your world, man. Get a bracelet.
Thank you.
I usually have on like 5 of those.
So what is on this this bracelet here?
It says change your words, change your world, man. What we talked about earlier. It's just a philosophy that I believe in. It's just speaking life into your situation and reaping the benefits of it. I feel like we're so quick to talk about negative shit that we don't celebrate the wins, whether how small they are. It's still a win, baby.
It's a win. It's a win. We got to appreciate our wins.
Whether 1 point or 20, 50. Right. You won, bro.
Man. So what kind of classes do you offer? Where could we find you? If I want to look you up and be like, I need to get a class with you, what can I do? Where can I learn?
Currently, man, you just got to catch me on the Instagram shit. It's Yoga Playground, no fancy spelling.
I'll make a graphic. It'll be like right across the screen and stuff. Yeah, point right there. Yep.
But the Yoga Playground is my website. Domain, is it up to date? Kinda. But yeah, man, just like you can find me, man. I'm in Atlanta. Like I guarantee you, somebody knows me or how to find me. But yeah, man, you can tap in. That's really all I be on. A little TikTok. I'm really trying to get away from the internet, but it's here to stay. So you'll find me when you find me. Just type in Yoga Playground. You'll find me. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you what. I'll speak for myself. His classes are lit. The environment is great. The vibes are amazing.
Yeah.
The
hype me up.
Yes, the safety and the security.
Let's go.
It doesn't even matter. I don't know shit about shit. I don't know nothing, but being able to discover and figure out what's going more with my body and what's happening and what's going on, and how important it is for us men to still continue to be flexible, continue to stretch, continue to learn more, but then also be able to create an environment for ourselves to where we can find community and great friendship, like even this, just even forming you, even being here, bro, and just being able to spend time with me.
Connection.
I appreciate it. That's all it is.
Sure. It's an honor.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an honor, man.
It's such an honor, yeah.
This has nothing to do with anything with me, but a crew that I rock with, they do a lot of men's work. It's called Sacred Sons. And a quote that it might be their mission statement, I'm not sure, but what they say is, brotherhood is the medicine and connection is the cure. And I really resonate with that because I feel like as men, as we get older, we don't tend to move in the brotherhood way as we do in our teens and early 20s, you know, where it's like, yeah, me and my boy, you know, they be like bros over hoes type shit. But then once you decide, oh, you want a family, you trying to build your nest, we kind of like stop moving with our brothers. You know what I'm saying? We kind of lose a lot of that connection. And I think that's why a lot of most men who are winning really do have like a support system of other men around them.
Yes, it's like there's only so much you can do alone. You're going to need other people. You're going to need a village. You're going to need a circle.
You can, but everybody ain't, like I always say, it's the Russ effect. Everybody don't write their own shit, sing their own shit, made the beat, mixed it, mastered it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of work for one person, which some people can handle. But everybody ain't built like that. So get you some homies that all do the shit that you need, and everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Everybody.
Man. Thank you so much for having a simple conversation with me, man.
I'm grateful.
This has been awesome. I really enjoy the vibes. I mean, the crowd, they've been awesome, beautiful. Here, I even hit the button again, you know. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for coming over here, man. No, I'm telling you, it's been all love. I appreciate it.
Yo, bro, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. Energy is top tier. I'm excited to not only see what you produce, but see what else you come up with. I already know you're a genius, so can't wait to see what else you cook up, bro.
I'm a genius. Wow, that's how you think of me already?
For sure.
I'm on my Kanye time right now.
Much.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't take much.
It don't take much? Let's get it.
I'm a reader of vibes, bro, so I already know how it go.
Cheers, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Let's go, man. Beautiful. Thank you so much for having me again, brother.
Yes.
And I'll have another conversation with you soon.
Yes. Oh, we'll have another. Any way we could help build you up, I'm here for it, man. That's why I created
Thank y'all for listening.
Great time. Much love. Appreciate you.